If you have any information, police are asking you to call them right away. They flew the man down the mountain where an ambulance was waiting. Their theme is a running tree, dubbed the human race.
Don't go too fast.
Yeah, I know, huh? All this talk brings back fond memories of 2002. Wow, all right, it's windy out here. The doctor from miles away will see you now through a robot. He has been keeping a low profile. He hasn't spoken to the media, neither has his brother. It was touching, tender, and a beautiful way to honor the teacher being hailed a hero. They went in, they thought it was a gunshot wound, but now they don't see any obvious signs. A lot of questions this morning, I think more questions than answers. And if it's not one thing raising the price of the tickets, it's another. The San Francisco city attorney has requested hundreds of copied documents like these about the Mormon Church's public opposition to gay marriage. Here's what you need to know before you head out the door this morning. There is a brand new split on the southbound lanes of I-15. He's been terrorizing restaurant workers for weeks, storming in, pulling out a gun, and demanding money. Well, yesterday when cops approached him with their guns drawn, he gave up pretty easy. The new anti-drinking and driving campaign rings in right here at Lumpy's downtown. When he opened a bag of chemicals, the powder inside sort of puffed into his face, possibly getting in his mouth. Within minutes, Lacayo started feeling sick, and at 4 o'clock, he was pronounced dead. The topic that I wanted to bring up is the back-to-school blues for the toddlers when their siblings go to school, and it's been an issue that we've been dealing with. And look at this. Yeah, it looks like my kitchen when I try to cook. It was so devastating yesterday. I happened to just be driving down the street past the apartment at the time the fire broke out. I saw flames and smoke shooting up. I got passed by the fire trucks. In just a couple of hours from now, the 10-year-old boy who was killed in this fire should have been going back to school. She's just 9 years old, and it's her second year of going door to door. One other tip police officers suggest is to create a scene. Start screaming, honk your horn.
This is breaking news.
We are following some breaking news right now out of Haiti. Things have gone from bad to worse as another powerful earthquake rocks the island. Take a good look at this little unicorn Halloween costume. This is what is left after it came in contact with an open flame. I teamed up with the South Salt Lake City Fire Department to test the fire dangers facing our children.
That small amount of flame right there is enough to do devastating damage to a young child. Costumes are flammable, and even costumes that are built to be flame resistant, well, they'll burn too.
Imagine your little tot out trick-or-treating in their favorite costume. While standing at the door waiting for goodies, their costume comes in contact with a candle in a jack-o'-lantern and catches fire. In just a matter of seconds, it's completely engulfed.
You're looking second, third degree burns and months, if not years of recovery time. You know, senseless pain and suffering for these small kids that all they want is a piece of candy.
So what can you do to keep your kids safe? First, instead of candles, use glow sticks. Homeowners, make sure you don't have anything with fire in or around your porch. And parents, supervise your kids at all times. Worst case scenario, remind your child to stop, drop, and roll if their costume catches fire. Our natural instinct is to run, which fuels the fire. And speaking of fueling the fire, swine flu has everyone spooked and using a lot more of this these days. But before you lather your little one's hands, make sure they don't come in contact with the flame. Now time for the candy dish. Don't let those little ghosts and goblins put their dirty paws in the dish. Only have one person handing this out. Toss it in their bag. Or you can just turn out the light and do like I might do. Just sit back and enjoy it for yourself. Brandy Vega, ABC4 News. Ew.
That was a good one there. Thanks, Brandy.
Weather first right here on ABC4. Dina Friedman is in the Forewarned Severe Weather Center. And Dina, it was a rough morning.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a rough morning.
Also, ABC4 News is taking action to help a neighborhood concerned about a dangerous intersection.
At the end of September, a 13-year-old was hit while riding her bike near 9th Street and Childs Avenue in Ogden. Neighbors are outraged and called ABC4 for help. After our story first ran, engineers began studying the intersection. So far, we've seen only one improvement. The stop signs are more clearly visible. Tree limbs have been cut back. We thought the city sent crews to do it, but apparently that's not the case.
My husband cleaned up last Friday.
Ogden City should have its final recommendations for the intersection soon. The most likely solution is turning Childs Avenue into a dead end with a cul-de-sac at the top of the slope, eliminating the intersection entirely. We'll let you know what the city decides. We want to hear from you. If you have a problem, send an email or text message. The address is tips@abc4.com.
I'm Buddy Blankenfeld.
And I'm Brandy Vega. The University of Utah Hospital is ushering in a new era for patient care, thanks to the completion of a $200 million expansion project. It is back to school time, and chances are if your students haven't gone back to school, they will be going back next week. And every kid needs a pencil box. Each year, 1.4 million Americans will suffer a traumatic brain injury. 50,000 of those people will die, and more than 235,000 will be hospitalized. Here in Utah, treatment for these patients is now even better. How do you think I get my workout? I beat up the vending machine to get my candy bar out.
It's like 60 feet from here, and you came back.
Your son's lying in the hospital with a brain injury, and they ask you, would you like to donate his organs? I mean, as a mother, I just can't imagine what emotions go through you, but you have to feel that maybe he lives on in a way if you do this.